Hello everybody, I'm Krasi, and I'll be looking at the week to come astrologically, but this will be the last time I'm approaching the week the way I do, because a friend who is watching this channel advised me, in order to be more beneficial for you, to give you my predictions for a larger period of time. It is like we'll be looking in the future after this week at the astrological future events from full moon to a new moon. But let me tell you here very important detail. The full moon, the way the modern astrology is treating it, is not correct, because what is called the new moon according to the ancients is not the new moon which we don't see, which is hidden in the rays of the sun, which is the conjunction between the sun and the moon, but it will be the first lunar crescent, because in ancient Babylon, in any ancient culture, the Vedics, any ancient culture, people would start the month, and they would look at the first lunar crescent in order to determine how the month would look like. So we will be looking as of next week at the full moon, from the full moon to the new moon, but as I told you, and then from new moon to full moon. So my predictions will cover each 15 days of the month as we know it. I hope this will be more useful for you, because then since I always mention the dates which are appropriate for doing medical interventions and surgeries, then probably you will be able to benefit better from these days. Also for when you're planning your travel, maybe you will be able to plan probably better and to benefit from these predictions if you know them well in advance. So the idea is that you know in advance about the good or the bad planetary days when it comes to maybe traveling or new beginnings or surgeries or even interventions which are related to beauty. So yeah, this is the idea. So let's see now, just to make a brief overview, and then we'll be looking at each of the 7 days of the week. So let's look now at the first, what is happening on the 7th lunar day, actually, because Monday, 22nd of March will be the 7th lunar day, critical lunar day, always critical. People in the ancient world wouldn't do much. But before telling you that, actually, a brief overview. What is happening? In 2 days, Saturn is becoming visible. Important events, because many things which were hidden, which remained in a way under the surface, not evident information, in 2 days you will see truth coming out more and more. Things will start developing, and there will be the events that will take place would be, if you felt that something is stuck, if you felt that there were important activities also in your life that were stuck, now with the first visibility of Saturn, things will start moving. Saturn is malefic planet. We cannot expect that he will give us suddenly blessing or abundance, but Saturn will certainly start helping the events to unfold, to move, to become clear. He will bring clarity, clear, disciplined approach he will have. Yes, Venus is still invisible. If you remember, I had 2-3 videos on her invisibility as a Reshki Gal, but now she's in Pisces. She's very strong. So financially, maybe she's not that unhelpful. Actually, she's maybe helping already, but she's not visible yet. And this week, Mars is passing through to the important degrees of the royal star Aldebaran. This way, this star is changing her nature. It's becoming more, how to say, well, it is not related to luck only, but it becomes a bit more aggressive. Mars conjoined Aldebaran can influence the financial markets, and this will be more in a way which can bring volatilities. And also, let's remember that Venus, who is invisible, is not generous when it comes to finances. So if we expect now results from financial investments, even from markets or all over the world, this is not very, very beneficial, because Venus is not giving, when invisible, is not really supporting any great financial results. So if you want to do new initiatives, again, even though the moon is waxing, remember the planets which is related to abundance is Venus, and she's invisible, and Jupiter is fallen. So both of them are not very, very supportive. Maybe after 11th of April, when Jupiter enters Aquarius sidereal, you may expect better financial results. But you see this all over the world. In the world, the markets, how things are happening. We can't expect abundance yet. Venus will have this beautiful position, but this is later. So let's start with Monday, 7th lunar day I mentioned, day of critical, with critical energy, critical nature. People in the ancient world wouldn't do much. I would advise you say the same. And because the moon is in the constellation in Gemini in very good degrees, what we can do on these days is really study, educate ourselves. Now, the more we know, now the era, the world is for those that know, those that are awake. So this is what the moon can give us. And yes, it is the day of the moon. On this day, we can indeed, first of all, in order to stay healthy, in order to be happy, in order to stay connected with the Creator, with your higher self, welcome the sun. And then, because it's Monday, imagine that you're surrounded with this blue, white, even light green aura. And just note, the day is ruled by the moon. It is fertility, it is touching and working with the ground. All this you can already do, which reminds me that as of my next predictions, which will be covering new moon to full moon, I will be also giving you the agricultural information, because I remembered last year this was interesting for some people. So Monday is this. And then on this day, you can travel actually. Medical interventions you can do if they're not very much invasive, because the moon is waxing. With such moon, always we try to be on the safe side and to avoid really very invasive surgeries. But still, if you need to, you may. The day is beneficial. Then you may well, you may work indeed to do agriculture, you may study, you may travel, you may do a lot. These are business degrees, good. So this, to maintain, to do business, could be a good day. And then we have 23rd of March, 8th lunar day. The moon is conjunct Sirius, the most gorgeous star, which is, you see, when Sirius rises on the 19th of August, we say this is the God's new year. So beautiful spiritual star of a lot of knowledge. Whatever you do, it makes you visible. So yeah, you can do a lot. You can do medical interventions. You can even travel, good for your business. Again, I will say it again, new beginnings you do when Venus is visible, when Jupiter is strong. They're not, they both are not, but to maintain your business, the day could be very good. Then also the day is ruled by Mars, so welcome the sun. And imagine how you're surrounded with red or orange light. This will give you good energy. This will give you good drive to continue the day. And then this is also a good day to study, to share your knowledge with others, to teach people. And then let's look at Wednesday, 24th of March, 9th lunar day. The moon is conjunct one star, which is of the scientists. So study, teach others. Well, Wednesday and Thursday may not be very appropriate for medical interventions, neither to travel, because Saturn is afflicting and he becomes visible. So I would rather stay on the safe side, but to help others, to work, to do work which would help others, empathic work, to do meditation, any Cancer-like, moon-like activities which would support your intuition. People who are engaged in psychological work, aiding others, helping others to to find balance, and even to be happy. This could be really very medical doctors. For them, this could really be very, very beneficial day. But again, if you want to travel or make medical interventions, I would rather wait for another day. And both Wednesday and Thursday would not be very appropriate for that. And then Wednesday, day of Mercury, you welcome in the sun, and then you imagine you have aura of yellow or light green, and then you can wear emerald. See, I forgot to tell you, on Monday wear moonstone, on Tuesday you can wear red coral, on Wednesday you can wear emerald. Actually, this is also Wednesday and Thursday. Be a bit cautious, exact opposition from Saturn. We may need to be cautious indeed. Thursday, yes, be careful. No medical interventions. When you travel, be careful. When you negotiate, be careful that you don't get involved into any conflicts. But to arrange your work, to discipline yourself, to pray, to meditate, to study, to help others, to do empathic work, brilliant. To visit the temple that you love, or to go to the nature, to work with the nature on the ground, wonderful. So this is about Thursday, 25th of March, 10th lunar day. On this 10th lunar day, this is Thursday, you can also welcome the sun, and you know Jupiter is ruling the day, and then you can imagine that the aura around yourself is yellow orange. You wear yellow sapphire or a citrine, and you know Jupiter is ruling the day. And yes, beautiful day to work in your garden, to connect with the nature, but really not to make medical interventions, not to do new beginnings. I would even avoid traveling. And then we have Friday, which is 26th of March, 11th lunar day. And here the moon has no course, void of course moon. And remember, we spoke about this. When the moon has no course, she's not evil, she's not bad, but she's not supportive too. Such moon will not really support any action. So if you have surgery, it may not be very successful. If you launch something, it may not be very successful. So during such days, rather do not much. Study, do spiritual practices, maintain your routine, enhance your intuition. All this is beautiful, but when you expect huge results from your efforts and activities, this is not the day. This is for Friday. You welcome the sun, you know Venus is ruling the day, and imagine that the aura around yourself is white, pink, and you can wear pink quartz or diamond. This is for Friday. And then we have 27th of March, Saturday. The day is ruled by Saturn. You welcome the sun. Imagine the color to be amethyst, and then dark sapphire, dark blue sapphire you can wear, or amethyst. And Saturn is very strong on this Saturday. He's just born symbolically. I will make a separate video on this to explain you in very good detail his meaning. But Saturday, and the moon is in beautiful degrees in Leo, conjoined star of astrology. So yes, study or other esoteric science, give special attention. Medical interventions, absolutely not advisable, because Mars is afflicting the moon. When you travel, also be careful. But to do your routine, to maintain your business, to try to remain very courageous, to train your courageous mood, it would be very appropriate on this day. Study, share your knowledge with others, support them, give them courage. All this is wonderful. And then we have Sunday, 28th of March, and this is already the 13th lunar day before the full moon. And on this 13th lunar day, the moon is conjunct the nebula, another astrological star. Yeah, very appropriate for such activities. Medical interventions I would avoid seriously. Sunday is ruled by the sun. You welcome the sun, and you imagine orange, red aura around yourselves. Wear ruby, eat oranges, orange food. Get a lot of solar, beautiful energy for your well-being. And yes, study a lot. Try to get a lot of courage, because such is the Lion constellation, gives courage. And well, study medical interventions now, no new beginnings, but you can do a lot for your work, for your enlightenment if you want. And then I will tell you also about Monday, because this will be indeed the full moon day, which is happening in the constellation of Virgo. Yes, a lot about knowledge, communication, and actually this will mark the next 15 days period. And I will be in next week, I will be analyzing the period from full moon to new moon. But as I told you, as I described the meaning of the new moon, I hope this will be indeed more useful for you. So let me know, and have a great week and enjoy the week.